Welcome back, Video Game Voting Vanguard. It's your boy P City Substance. We here with another episode of WEBISODE Wednesdays. WEBISODE Wednesdays, we searching the internet. We're looking for consoles, games, anything possible to add to our library. So this week, we're searching online. We got tagged in a post on Facebook by my buddy Greg. So I look on the post, and they are advertising this console with over 1,000 games built in. So I click on the link. Takes you to a site. It's on sale. It's like $32. I said, okay, cool. I can't lose with this, so let me give it a shot. So I click on it, make the purchase, and here we got the X6 portable player. It's obviously designed. Probably can't see because of the glare from the light, but the design is basically a replica of the PSP. Although it feels nothing like a PSP, it is super lightweight, which was a scary thing unboxing it. It feels super cheap. So right away I was just kind of like, but I figured worst case scenario is $30. So I opened the box and it has the AV cable to connect it from the console, the handheld set, to the TV and play gameplay like that. Came with a USB cable to charge it. It also came with a set of earbuds. So, all in all, for $32 and over 1,000 games, I think it was pretty good. So, we open it. I go through, I'm looking at games. They have games set up on the screen. It also is advertising that you can play movies and music. I don't know why you would want to put music or videos on something like this, but by all means, to each his own. I think it also takes a SD card, I think. Yeah. Takes a micro SD card at the bottom, so you actually add games to it. Now I'm not sure how that works. Maybe if the emulators are built in, I guess. I'm not really sure. Maybe I had to dig a little deep and get some information on that. So maybe they basically have to match the emulators built in. To my understanding, they have Nintendo, Game Boy Advance games. From what I can see, that's it. So I guess those emulators are there, and I guess if you can find the ROMs and upload them on there, I guess it will work. So, initially I'm just kind of I charge it up first, and I'm kind of just touching the button, trying to get a feel for it, and immediately I find a problem. You can't see. I wish I could show you, but the D-pad, I'm pressing the buttons, and they are sticking up against the housing case of the console. So immediately I'm not happy about it. So I was just like, well, I'm just trying to stay open-minded. I say, you spend $30, don't worry about it. Just kind of, ignore it. So I'm getting to play a game. I think I'm playing Tecmo Bowl or something, and it's messing me up on the game. I say, I can't deal with this. So, I'm at work, and I decided, time to crack this thing open. You can't lose. It's $30, whatever. So I open it up, 4 screws on the back, take the casing apart. It's not much in there. It's a little small motherboard, small battery. Immediately, the buttons are falling out of the console, and I'm just like almost having a meltdown. Like, man, I'm never going to get this thing back together correctly. So, I proceed to take it apart. Luckily, catch everything, set them to the side, and what I ended up doing was I noticed that the buttons itself, it's kind of weird shaped. I don't know if you guys have ever taken a controller apart, but at least with this one, it's very cheaply built, obviously. These buttons were obviously too wide, and then they had like an outer edge. So basically what I did, I took them out and I sanded them down. So I decided to go on the other side with the A, B, X, Y buttons on the other side. I went ahead and sanded those edges down as well. So I put them back in their places, and luckily I was able to get them all back in there. And after that, it's been working well. I've actually been enjoying it. But I had to work on something that was brand new, so that definitely sucked. I wasn't happy about that. It was super cheap. But for $30, 1,000 games built in, I could say it's definitely worth $30 by far. Some games that I've seen on there, Super Mario, I think 1, 2, and 3, Street Fighter, Tekken, a lot of Game Boy Advance. This is Tekken Advance. One of my favorite games I came across on here was Dragon Ball. Now, apparently, this is obviously an imported game from Japan. This was Dragon Ball for Game Boy Advance, and it's kind of like a beat 'em up. sideways, side scrolling, and I really enjoyed that game. I play that game super often. I really like that game. Obviously, we didn't see that game over here, so I was definitely happy about that. And another game I play is Tecmo Bowl for the NES. It's built in. Another thing I want to mention too is the audio. The audio syncs on this thing. It sucks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's just, everything just sounds muffled. Maybe it's because I took it apart or something like that, but it sounds like crap. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So don't look forward to having great sound. The volume buttons do work. I was only able to see the volume in relation to the screen when I was in the home screen menu. So that's what that was, and I thought that was kind of strange, but it does turn the volume down or up depending on which way you go. It does work. So I mean, but all in all, for $32, a little bit of work, I'm happy with it. I think it's a lot of fun, something that you can carry and not care so much about. The screen feels like super soft, like you could press right through it. But again, for you get what you pay for. For $30, it's not bad. $30, especially if you're a gamer, you just want to, maybe play some of these old games on the go, or just kill time or whatever. So I think it's a good buy for $30. But don't look for anything high quality and be complaining and stuff like that. Just kind of deal with it. I did contact the seller. He agreed to give me a 20% refund. I guess because he figured that I kind of fixed it. But needless to say, I went here and took it. It was only $7, $8. So I took it. So again, the X6, I think it's a pretty good pickup. I would not pay no more than $35 for it though. Just so you know, there's a lot of different sellers with different models or get them under different names. But I would not pay over $35 for this thing. 35 and under, it's a good console. It's definitely a good console, so keep that in mind. But that's it for this episode of WEBISODE Wednesdays. This is your boy P City Substance. This is the video game votary. Game on.